So I was going to do this video earlier today, but I actually ended up kind of just living the advice that I wanted to give in this video today. So my brother, I think I mentioned, is going on a mission for our church for 2 years. He's going to be in Ecuador. And so he was asking me, like, what do I do with my money for the next 2 years while I'm gone? And my brother-in-law mentioned that, maybe you could put it in a CD. And so then we're like, check in and stuff. But a CD, I think the highest rate right now is like 0.8%. So like not even 1%, which is just ridiculous, because I remember as a young child, my grandma always helped us to save our money and invest our money and make wise money choices, you know what I mean? So she would put our money in CDs for us, and back then I want to say it was around like 5% return, which, for kids, like, that was really good. But nowadays those CD rates they're terrible. It's not even worth it. But what I really wanted to touch on was investing, and in no way can you take this advice against me if it goes sourly for you. But I've just learned from my experience that there are some good investing strategies for someone in a lower income tax bracket. So a lot of people will take advantage of these things already, like IRAs, but a lot of people take the immediate gratification of getting a large tax break by putting money in a traditional IRA. And if we look at those, really the benefits, you do get them right now, but I've talked about this in one of my previous videos of delaying instant gratification for future success. And this is one of those areas where we can delay our instant gratification of getting a huge tax break now in order to set ourselves up for future success. So what I would recommend is a Roth IRA. So the reason that is a really good option is because you do pay taxes on your income right now. You don't get a tax break for contributing to a Roth IRA right now. But let's say over the next, so I'm almost 30. If I take it out when I'm 60, so over the next 30 years, it's hard to do this math off the top of my head. Let's just say, is it unreasonable to say it triples over 30 years? I don't know. But for the interest of an example, let's say it triples over 30 years. So you put 10,000 in, well, I'm married, right? So let's say my wife and I contribute $10,000, because we can do that as a couple. You can't do that as an individual. But if we contributed 10,000 and then we said it tripled, you'd be pulling out $30,000 in 30 years, right? So this is a bad example because $30,000 doesn't really change much. But if we said that it was, $100,000 over the next 10 years, and then it became $300,000 over the next 30 years, then when we're pulling out money in 30 years, none of that is taxed. So you were able to take $100,000, let it grow for 30 years into 3 times its size, and none of it is taxed, which is a huge, huge benefit. Because let's say in 30 years, you've made it in your career, right? And you are making a lot more money. If you then supplement that money by taking out money from your Roth IRA, it's not going to hurt you, right? None of it is taxed. But if you were to contribute to an IRA, just a traditional IRA right now, and then you were to take that out in 30 years, and let's say down the road in 30 years you're making a lot more money to where you're in the next tax bracket, all of that money that you take out is going to be taxed, and it's going to put you possibly in an even higher tax bracket, but you're going to be paying a lot more taxes on it 30 years down the road when you're in that higher tax bracket than you are when you're in a lower tax bracket. So I think I'm in like the second tax bracket. I'd have to Google it to see where I'm at, but I know that right now I am not paying nearly as much in taxes as I will be 30 years down the road. So I choose to delay that instant gratification of getting a huge tax refund right now in order to set myself up for future success. So, like I said, don't take this advice and then come back and say, Jarrett gave me crappy advice. Always consult your tax professional about what the best thing is to do. But after doing math on my own situation and calculating the benefits to a traditional versus a Roth IRA, I've found that the Roth IRA is definitely a lot better choice so that you can set yourself up for future success and you can get all those gains on your money tax-free. So it's just those little secrets of the wealthy, right? That let you take advantage of the system that the government has for us, right? So if you've been thinking about contributing to retirement accounts, you weren't sure which one, hope this video helped. If it did, give it a like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you want to hear more stuff, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.